Welcome to Future Hidden Movie Gems. Just drink the freaking milk. Sorry. And then I've also got Clinton.
Oh, can you add square footage to your basement? Love that guy.
Me too. Justin Long. Oh my gosh, he is so good. And then I've also got my co-host Nick.
Do I look like some kind of monster? I don't know. I had to come up with something on the fly. It's the first thing that popped up on IMDb. So
okay, when she held the little bottle of milk and it looked like there was like a spider web or a hair on it or something, I almost gagged.
Well, it's like, why does that bottle look so gross? It's such a weird baby's bottle.
I don't know if you're trying to understand this whole situation, okay? Because this movie was messed up, okay? And I texted Jordan. I said, WTF. That's all I have to say about this. I didn't. I'm just not expecting that. I didn't know what I was expecting from a title, Barbarian, and it had Justin Long, and I'm like, well, Justin's cool, man. I'm gonna check this out, and I'm almost regretting it. I've seen movies that have been worse. I don't know why this one affects me so much, but it really hits me. It's terrifying.
Well, I was gonna ask, is it worse than
terrifying.
Tusk?
No, Tusk is by far the worst. That's terrible. That is no, nothing's worse than Tusk. I don't even think Human Centipede is worse than Tusk, in my opinion.
Yeah, I personally love this film, and I'm super excited to get into this. But let's go around and just talk about our two favorite things. Clinton, do you want to start?
Oh man, two favorite things. So I really like the guy who's in the house being rented already. He's like so shady the whole time. Like
in the first part, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the first part, he's like, hey, I made you some tea. Hey, I made you some more tea. Oh, I waited till you were in here so I could open the wine while you're here.
That guy was logical though, man. That guy was being logical. I understand.
Yeah. No, totally. Like everything he said, it's like, sure, that makes sense. But at the same time, the way he did it, he took like 10 minutes to say, like, I just was waiting till you watched me open it. And then even when she like he goes down, he's like, just wait for me. Don't leave. I'm gonna go check out the room with the bed and the bucket. And then he just disappears and you're like, oh man, she's gonna follow him and then he's gonna like lock her up forever. Like that's what you're thinking the whole time.
That's honestly what you're thinking. Like, how wrong were we? How wrong were we with that? Holy crap.
Yeah, I was actually waiting when she was with her friend and her friend's like, and she's like, oh well, I'm in this neighborhood and there's a convention. And I thought she was gonna say, convention, what convention? And I thought that's when she was going to realize, oh my gosh, he's been lying to me this whole time. But
no, man, up until that point when she was about to dip out, I wasn't getting creeper vibes. I know they were trying to make it maybe seem like that, but not too obvious. And I'm like, this guy's actually all right, because he's truly scared when she like woke him up and all of this. He truly was freaked out. That was not pretend. He was freaked out, and he was trying to be, you know, with the whole wine thing and the tea thing. I get it. He was trying to be nice, trying to be friendly. So I wasn't getting creeper vibes up until that point. And then you saw what happened to him. And you're like, see, this guy was actually a good guy. He was way better than Justin, because Justin, man, I was like, dog, I get it. You tried to save your life. He made a point, but it didn't work out for him in the end, obviously. And he got what he deserved. And how he went back down there to try to save her. He's like, I had, you know, no choice. It was either you or both of us. And he's like, I didn't really actually mean to throw you off. You just started slipping. There's nothing I could do. I like, Justin, you're a punk. Like, you honestly, at this point, you don't even have much of a life to even live for at this point. Like, you're being accused of rape, okay? And your whole movie and show deal is done. And then you did the dumb thing and you called her. So you, after that call, you put the nail in the coffin, and even told his friend that he was like, well, what really happened? Well, she said no at first. Like, he did it. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
So ultimately, he got what was coming to him.
Yeah. I kind of wish they left that maybe a bit more dubious, like, but it's like, no, he's a bad guy. And then he just gets really bad. Like, but I did love the ending, how far he went. Like, because there's even a moment I'm like, oh, are they trying to redeem him? And he's like, am I just a,
No.
I mean, maybe I'm just a person that did a bad thing. And then, and then he throws her off the edge. You're like, no, he's a bad guy.
No. Yeah. After going through all that, yeah, no, bad.
Well, like the title Barbarian, I like wondered if it was talking about him in the end, if he was the barbarian.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to figure out where Justin even came into play because I saw her and this other dude. I'm like, where's Justin come up in all this?
Yeah.
Like, did he make like one little cameo or something? Like he's like the mailman or something. I got all excited for nothing. But
Well, I love that this film breaks it up in 3 parts. Like it starts out, like Clinton said, it seems like your typical horror film. You're like, oh crap, this guy's a creeper. Like he's definitely a psychopath. Like maybe he's been stalking her, and he's trying like really hard to make sure he's not a creeper and to creep her out. And then all of a sudden, the second half, when you meet Justin Long, it turns almost into a comedy. I love it. And then in part 3, that's when you kind of piece all the parts together, and you meet the guy that he's in a movie called 31. He's a really creepy dude. He's also in Mandy, but he plays such a great psychopath. The one where you're kind of like following over his shoulder as he goes into the store. He's like buying all this baby. He's like, oh, it's just buying baby. I'm having a new baby.
so did
But
she give you a
Wait.
list? No, it's me.
The way he would like creep on people too and like unlock their window and just walk out.
Yeah. Well, and I was like, okay, so when it went to that whole scene with him, because it was like down in that dungeon, that's what like totally like kind of confused me. Like, what is going on with this movie? Okay, because they were running through this tunnel, Justin got caught, and then all of a sudden it goes to like this dude. It's like the same neighborhood, but this is the neighborhood years ago. Grass is green, and this is creepy looking guy coming out of the house. I'm like, what just happened? Where did this movie just like go to? Who is this guy? What is he doing? And then obviously when you get towards the end of it, it all makes sense. It was kind of going back in time and showing a little piece of the, the story. But I don't know, it was just weird how it just went in that direction. This whole movie just was like, it was weird. It was weird. And that barbarian chick, she was disgusting.
yeah, she looked like a creature from Hills of Eyes, which I loved it. I thought she was like this creepy inbred little baby.
Well, then I had the closed caption on, and the closed caption kept referring her to the monster. It would say like what the monster was saying. The monster is saying this. So it kept referring her to a monster. I'm like, oh, she's really a monster. She's like generations of inbreeding, because that's what they said she was. So she's extra scary because she's like an actual person, not a monster. She's an actual person that's that messed up. Like that's what the scary thing. That's probably not that. There could be someone like that out there. That's why I won't rent house.
And she's portrayed by a man, right?
Oh, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. They've done that in other movies. They did that in Dawn of the Dead. The big girl that they wheel in a wheelchair was actually a guy in a girl's costume.
Yeah, I think it was a guy because I was looking at IMDb and I think
he was credited.
Actor, he was credited for the girl part because Alex doesn't like me watching shows that have nudity in it, so it's like it's a dude, it's not real.
I can't believe that she watched. I can't believe that you got Alex to watch this.
She loves this stuff. Like, yeah, she's into it.
Well, I knew before she served a mission she was into it, but I didn't know she was.
Well, she could take a lot like you. We all know. She's more like you in the family.
Like who, me?
Yeah, like you.
Alex?
Yeah, she's a little bit like you in a way. She likes the movies and stuff like that. Weird stuff like you. She's got that weirdness about her.
Oh, Grant just finished the movie.
In a good way, guys. I'm not being, good way, obviously.
Grant, what'd you think of it?
What the frick did I just watch?
I know, right? That's what I just said, right?
Holy crap.
Baby.
What did he went boop? on his head. Oh my gosh, I lost it. That was so funny.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Grant, 2 favorite parts.
Oh man, AJ was definitely the best part of the whole movie until he sacrificed her at the very end. What the frick, man? What is
Yeah.
wrong with that dude? You just start slipping and then I couldn't do anything.
Yep.
That
He's a
was
bad
definitely
guy.
unexpected. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's gonna get away scot-free. And then she's fine. And then oh dude, that ending was wild. I did like though that they totally broke the mold with this movie. Like
Mhm.
it definitely felt very fresh. I mean, I don't watch a ton of horror movies, I guess, but like I loved how they completely rip you out of the scene and put you in somewhere else, and you're like, wait, what? Like
Yeah.
this is unexpected.
Right. We
you
were just
know?
talking about. Joe was talking about that, like how that was like this whole
Mhm.
movie was just weird.
I loved it
Yeah.
though. Then it's like, and then the pieces finally connect.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they like tie it all together, and that makes it like I thought that was really clever. So
I like that they were able to humanize the monster to like, oh, she's just this inbred girl that wants the baby and
mhm.
willing to sacrifice herself to
Scary
save
as shit,
somebody.
dude.
And it's nice they had like, yeah, that AJ character who's just the biggest piece of crap in the world. So like you turn on him, hate him, and then so yeah, he becomes the monster. Yeah, it's great.
did you say both your favorite things, Clinton?
I don't know. I feel like I
Went over a couple of them. Nick, do you have anything that you did like about this movie? Did I torture you?
I don't know, man. Nothing specific. I mean, it wasn't like I didn't hate the movie. Let's not put it that way. It was
Oh,
just,
okay.
you know, weird. It was just weird. So I can't say anything I liked specifically about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, other than that, it got me thinking. It weirded me out. So it did what it was supposed to do. Let's put it that way.
That's fair.
This movie had everything I wanted in a horror film. Like, I mean, it had the comedy, it had practical effects, like, and I loved the creepy inbred baby thing or and just, I mean, oh my goodness. And I know this is horrible, but I did really, oh, I mean, Grant said the same thing. I mean, Justin Long is just,
Yeah, it was really
his
good,
character
yeah.
was so good. It was so well written. His performance was great. And I think he should just keep doing horror comedy movies because he did Drag Me to Hell, which was also really good. This one, and I love Jeepers Creepers. We talked about that an episode or two ago. I don't know. Did you watch that one, Clinton? Okay.
No.
You might like it. I don't know. If
Yeah.
you like monster movies, like it's a fun one.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers. Oh yeah.
Well, this one too, just like I feel like they built. Well, personally, I felt like they built these characters much more than any other horror movie I've ever seen. Because you just don't feel emotional weight for the characters, but like that first guy who dies, like I felt something. I was like, dang! I was like, I wanted him to live longer.
know.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
He
Yeah.
was a good guy. And that's where the twist comes. They're trying to set it up like he's the weirdo, but I never
Right,
believed, like I
right.
said before you came on, I never believed it. I always thought he was all right.
I feel like I've seen him before. Is he the clown in It?
Yeah, Pennywise. Yeah.
Okay, because I was looking at him like I feel like I've seen him, but like it's not. Like, it's not right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's great to kind of, I don't know if subvert your expectations, but kind of make you think, oh, I've seen him play another scary person. He's got to be another villain in this one.
I know. You expect him to start drooling and have one of his eyes kind of go out a little bit, right? Like in the air.
Yeah. Well, and the whole theme of the movie, like men and girls, like in their interactions with one another, like, and like Nick was saying, he was kind of fighting that whole beginning to try to win that girl over. And it's just interesting. I think it's a fascinating theme of the movie. It's just like, and then she finally trusted somebody, and it turns out he was not the right person to trust.
They should have just left. They should have left. In fact, you know me, they shouldn't have even went there in the first. Who goes there? Who gets a rental house in that dump. There's no other houses. The only house by itself in this like rundown, completely trashed area. Like there's like one homeless guy running around out there.
Oh,
You know, and I knew, man, when he came up knocking, get out of that house, I knew he was trying to save her. I'm like, dude, he's not trying to attack you. He knows something. There's something going on in this rando house in the middle of like some dead town neighborhood where no one's lived at for who knows how long. So they made the mistake first off. And then, and you know what? Shame on, you know, the main character girl, because the boss or whatever, the woman she was meeting with, she's like, you don't need to be. She was not like kidding. She's like, why are you there? She was so shocked. Like, why would you be here? That's the first key. If you didn't leave by just sight alone, and someone that lives in that area tells you you should not be there, you should probably not be there. And I would have dipped. She had all the opportunities to not go back. Game over. That's it.
But
Yeah.
after she was told that, she started packing up and was gonna leave. After that guy chased
I
her
left
into
my
the
stuff
house.
there. I'm like, I ain't going back.
You just leave your stuff.
Now I'm not going back. I
What
called
if you had one of your
someone,
shoes
I
there,
grabbed-
Nick? What if one of your
No,
shoes was left
no.
back?
Oh yeah,
I-
would you go back for the
I
green
wouldn't.
shoes, Nick?
Listen, man. First off, you know Nick wouldn't be there, and I wouldn't bring my shoes into a dump like that. I'd be staying at like the Hilton or something, you know, in the nice part of town. So I will never be in that situation. First off, because I read reviews and I look at the surrounding areas. So anyway,
Like I
Tough
love that
subject,
though,
sorry.
that the house, like usually when you stay somewhere, somebody owns it, and so you assume someone cares about the house itself, and so they wouldn't do anything shady or creepy or weird. But the fact that it's in this dumpy neighborhood, the house is probably worth nothing. And so
Mhm.
like there can be some bad stuff going on there because the
Mhm.
person wouldn't even care if the property
yeah,
is
why would
like,
you be there? Yeah, like why would
Yeah.
you be there? There's no one else lives in that entire area. All the houses falling apart, and there's just you. Like, no, there's something going on here. And didn't
Yeah,
Justin
there's some-
own that house? Didn't Justin own it?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how he was tied to the
And
whole
what's going on
thing.
with this rental company? Because they're not the first two people to disappear. So like, I don't understand. This whole situation was screwed because
Well, like, yeah, they didn't
you
even
know,
know. They're like, no one's renting it right now.
people leaving their
like,
stuff there.
what?
They're not checking out or nothing, just disappearing. Like, that isn't right. But leave it up to Justin and as his character AJ as the, you know, a-hole that he was.
Well,
I just love how he didn't care. There's like a mattress with the camera and the bloody
I know
handprint
that
on
he's
the
like
wall.
measuring everything.
He doesn't care at all.
That was so funny. Yeah, like that was the best transition. He like opens that secret door. He's like, and then it cuts to him Googling. He's like, can you count extra basement rooms and like the value of the house or whatever? That was so funny.
Which you gotta hand it to him. Like, if you own a house, you don't want to lose money on it. You want to get as much out of it. But he's just
Well, he
like,
bought the wrong house to begin with. Was he waiting for like an up and coming situation to happen? I don't know, but you know, and first off, okay, fine, you go through all that, you stay in the house, but then you decide to go down that tunnel. Okay, listen, when that girl came up screaming and was clearly freaked out, had I been in that situation, she said, we have to leave now. I'm going to trust that something's not right, and I'm not going in the basement where she just came from and got locked in and said there's some crazy crap going on down there. Peace out, bye.
yeah, but
Oh.
okay, wouldn't you not even curious? No, Nick.
No, nope, nope. I mean, now unless, you know, listen, if I was armed, which I am, I have weapons, okay? And if I'm going, and I'm not saying I travel with them, but I would go down there if I felt that something were to kind of come out. I have my 12 gauge, I have my, you know, my Glock or something. I feel a little more comfortable. But just grab down creepy basement, maybe.
We got about like 5% of that.
It's you cutting out there, Nick. Well, did you guys have any final thoughts before we get into what we've seen lately? Wait, Nick, you cut out there. What was that? What did you just say?
What?
You cut out there at the end. What were you saying?
I don't know where I cut out, but I'm just saying, no, not at all of it.
Just no. Just like that girl when she opened the door, she was like, "Nope," and then like gets up to leave. Like that was pretty funny. I feel like I love that. Like I love the intense music, and then it like stops, and then they
Yeah.
do something comedic, and I thought that just landed a lot better.
Yeah. And I thought the comedy landed really well.
Mhm.
Well, and it helps you take a breath too, because it's like so intense. Like,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
need a moment.
For real, yeah.
Oh, I know. It's like at the height of first meeting her and the guy gets his face smashed in. All of a sudden it's like cut to something and he's in the car
No,
singing.
dude.
You're like, what?
I know. I was like, is this the same movie?
Yes.
I was so confused at first.
And then when he's in the basement again, when he falls and gets trapped in that hole, and then it cuts again to a beautiful house, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, that 80s like it like shortened the screen too, and it was like a wide lens of that guy. That was actually really good.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That guy
Yeah.
was
Very,
so scary.
very good. I love the music, love the visuals. It was my kind of movie. Yeah.
They just jam-packed so much and it worked so well for only an hour and a half. That was really
Oh
impressive.
man, the policeman too. That was so great. How the
Oh.
policemen, they're like, if you're in this neighborhood, there's no like, unless you're up to something horrible, like there's no reason for you to be here. So
Right.
like they don't trust anybody. There's no police
Yeah.
coming to the area. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not something you see. I was expecting them to show up and then get killed by the monster. It's kind of a fun subvert your expectations. This movie, I had no idea where it was going the entire time. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
I know, because so much happened so quick, and then it jumps to AJ's story, and you're like, wait, like where is this going? You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, is he just a separate story they tell or whatever? But they tie it all back in.
Well, and then the fact that he owns the house, like I love that connection. I was like, oh, that's such a great tie-in. And then
Right.
him, you're like, oh yeah, he's gonna totally find this creature in this basement.
He's a slumlord basically, and in addition to all his other bad qualities.
Yeah. I recommend this movie. I've already been recommending it. I've been telling tons of people to watch it. I'm trying to convince Cameron to watch it. Do you think he'll like it, Grant? No,
I can
okay.
already tell you he won't like it.
Oh, okay. Not even the just drink the milk, Grant.
Nasty, dude. Oh man. The hair dangling off the bottle.
Yeah, Clinton was just saying earlier that it looks so gross. The bottle itself, just it
was
looked
so nasty,
oh,
dude.
because she's been down there forever. It was one of those old school bottles.
I was thinking about that too. It's like, yeah, it's like 1960s where they're trying to make it look like the mom, and so they make it look really weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun, creepy movie.
Oh,
Clinton, what have you seen lately and what are you looking forward to?
Well, I've seen some good ones and I've seen some bad ones lately.
Oh yeah, which ones?
So
Did you watch Smile yet? Oh, sorry.
No, I haven't watched Smile yet, but I
Okay.
watched The Nun, and that movie was just so terrible. It was such a disappointing film.
It is.
And I went into it The Nun. It's like from the
Conjuring universe.
the Conjuring universe, which I love. Like those
Yeah,
are some of my
Conjuring's great.
favorite. Yeah, like I love the whole Annabelle series too. But yeah, this one was just like cranked out a movie that wasn't scary, super predictable, and it was just like, I don't get it. The ending was stupid. Like the whole movie is disappointing. But I saw some good ones that I wanted to get ready for Terrifier 2, which I hadn't seen, so I'm looking forward to that. So I watched Terrifier 1. Love that film. That one was really good. And then I watched some of the Halloween films like Halloween and Halloween Kills.
The new one is really good. I loved it.
I haven't seen the latest one, but just
Yeah,
Halloween and Halloween Kills.
people were trashing it. I mean, reviewers and stuff, but I thought it was great.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And yeah, I watched In the Line of Fire the other day with Clint Eastwood. That one's a classic, but a fun one. He's like a Secret Service agent.
I haven't seen that one yet. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, it has John Malkovich as the bad guy.
Oh,
It-
really?
Yeah, it's fun because it's like exciting, but kind of like comedy at the same time.
Being
Like,
John Malkovich.
yeah, like a Clint Eastwood kind of comedy, if that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to Terrorizer or Terrifier 2 and Chosen season 3 is coming out. I've been looking forward to that one. Which is funny to say both of those movies back to back.
Yeah, quite the opposite.
Yeah. What are you guys looking forward to?
Grant, you go first, and then I'll tell you what I've seen.
Well, I haven't seen any other movies since the last podcast.
Oh,
besides this
really?
one, so yeah.
You playing video games?
Yeah, lots of video games. But I'm really looking forward to Weird Al. I want to see that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just watched it.
Ty said it was good, so I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah.
Is that UHF or what is that?
Well, no, he just came out with a new movie about his life or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Except
Is it
it's not.
anything like UHF?
No. I mean,
Okay.
I guess
Wait, have you seen it, Jordan?
yeah, I watched it. I didn't
Okay.
like it because I don't know. It has amazing reviews. You guys will probably like it. So I don't know. I don't know.
Why? No, I want to hear what you think though. I guess you're going on a podcast for it. But
Well, yeah, but I don't even know what to say about it. Like, I just didn't think it was that funny. Tatiana was laughing, so I was enjoying her that she was enjoying it. So I don't know. It's
Okay.
just I was hoping because I love based on true story movies, and this movie was not that. He literally just makes fun of. I don't know if you guys saw Pop Star with the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He just kind of makes fun of documentaries about superstars and rock stars. And that's basically what it was. He was just poking fun at musicians and their lives and
Like a
stuff.
mockumentary kind of thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
not quite like The Office, but like it's clearly like
Best in Show.
not like that
or
at all. No,
Waiting for Guffman.
no, those
No.
are more mockumentaries. This is more like he's just making fun of musicians and their lives. I don't know how else to say it. So
Okay.
I mean, it's like a parody. He's literally parodying them and their lives. So yeah.
Okay.
And it's just silly. So I was hoping for at least a little bit of heart or something. I don't know. But I
did
saw
like UHF when it came out, the original Weird Al film. That one was great.
yeah, I saw that one too late. I feel like if I saw that in high school, I would have loved it because I love
Yeah.
parody and I love all Weird Al's early work. So yeah, sorry I didn't give a lot of insight to the movie.
No, that's fine. I'll
I'm
probably
more,
still watch it though.
yeah, I'm more interested to hear you guys' thoughts than mine because it made me want to listen to his music. So I saw a bunch of movies that I really loved. Saint Maud was amazing. And if you
Ooh,
like,
that one's good.
yeah, if you like horror movies, it's really great. I'd love to dive into that sometime. The girl's eyes, like they were always like, I don't know about dilated, but it's just she has such dark eyes anyways. So it just looked like she had like these black eyes.
She was
And-
such a psycho. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Yeah.
Please.
And then another interesting film I saw that was recommended from Elvis the Alien. He's a YouTuber. I just like his taste in movies. So he recommended a movie. Well, I just looked through his top 100 and there's just a couple on there that I haven't seen. And one of those is called Coherence, which is kind of like an episode of, well, I don't know if that spoils it, but it's just, it's, yeah, like Rick and Morty. That doesn't really spoil it because Rick and Morty is very fast sci-fi, but that's what it is. It's kind of like, it's a very high concept film and made really well, even though it's a tight budget. And I really enjoyed it. And then I also saw The Endless in Spring, which is made by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. They just make really interesting films. That was also on his top 100, The Endless. And I can see why. I think the first half I loved, second half was but I don't know. They just make interesting films. Oh, they did. Grant, you didn't like it. What was that time? Where they like take a drug and then they get synchronic. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Ah, it's chronic.
I
Oh my
love
God.
synchronic. Anyways, these directors made
Oh,
some other films that were pretty good as well. And then I saw Smile, which I enjoyed. It's just like It Follows, if you guys saw that one. But instead of passing it through sleeping together, you can pass it through suicide. So interesting film.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then All My Friends Hate Me. That was a recommendation from Red Letter Media. And I am really mad that I watched that. I hated it so much.
Wow.
Not that it was a bad
Movie
movie.
that
like,
Jordan hates. Must be really bad.
no, it was really well made, but it just
Oh.
stressed me out so much because it's about it reminds me a lot of the Adam Sandler movie when he was with what's the guy from The Shining? And
Oh, Nicholas.
yeah, not Nicolas Cage, but something. Anyways, so do you remember that movie? It's like Anger Management. Nick, do you remember that one?
I love anger management.
Okay,
Oh,
but it's
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
So on a second viewing, Anger Management is way better than the first time because the first time it's like a logical, nice person and everybody's acting irrationally crazy. And I was feeling insane. So that's the same thing about this movie. It's just about a guy that just like everybody's misunderstanding him and he's just like a nice person, but everybody's so mean to him. I'm just like, man, geez, I did not like.
You're like too close to home.
Yes. Nick, what about you? What have you seen lately and what are you looking forward to? Oh, and do
Man,
you
these
recommend this
movies I
movie
really
too?
want. No, I do not recommend. I'm not putting my name behind this one. They're gonna anybody in outside of this circle of people. If I were to recommend this, to be like, what's wrong with you? I'm just it's very weird. So no, I wouldn't recommend. Don't watch it. And then what I've seen lately, nothing really special. I just kind of stumbled upon watching like adult cartoons like Family Guy, and I finished Brickleberry again for like the 4th time. And
Okay,
wishing there was
Nick,
more.
do you remember the episode from Brickleberry? Totally made me think of this movie. Remember when he drinks his mom's milk and then he's like, "Oh, it's bitter." Like,
Oh
totally,
yeah.
totally thought of this movie. And I was also going to ask Grant, what's worse, this or what's the one where it's the blind guy and they're running away from him?
Oh,
Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe. Yeah.
What's worse? Do you think being kidnapped by this woman or the guy from Don't Breathe?
I don't know, dude.
Being
This was
somebody's
nuts.
baby or
Or being
carrying their baby?
inseminated.
Both are worse.
Yeah.
At least I'd probably pick the other woman because you can escape from her. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you guys want to get back on? Any last thoughts?
Don't watch
I'm
it.
the best.
I
I'll watch
recommend it. It's
Watch
amazing.
Just be
The twist.
I loved it.
I'll watch
Expect weirdness and yeah.
Just don't watch it.